It was set in stone. We knew Marcus was the one to go. And that's boring, right? I don't want a unanimous vote because it's been like that all season, basically.
He spelled the name wrong. It's N-I-C and the other one was N-I-C-K.
Oh.
But the NIC could have been Marcus's, and the NICK could have been the other person.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So, you have no
So
idea.
unless Marcus has
Bubble letters.
bubble.
You noticed that?
Yeah.
I didn't even.
That was Hunter's thing.
I didn't notice.
Hunter would do like.
I was like, this Sharpie's dying on me. How are they making bubble letters?
Whether an idle play or a hinky vote, I'm all set. Nick got a little paranoid. You know what I mean? Nick got a little paranoid. I loved it. I love seeing him squirm.
I was kind of expecting the tribal council to go how it went, but I wasn't so sure if my name was going to come up. Unfortunately, someone wrote down my name. I obviously want to be nice to everyone, and I'm not going to like scream at anyone. That would only cause more chaos. Laying low, I think, was the best for me.
I think like, whoever like threw the extra vote is obviously like somebody, but also like I stuck with people who were gonna stick with me, and there were no other votes besides me and Marcus, so like there's that from my end.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Choosing not to do that was the best I can do with what I was given.
Holy shit.
They really did it.
This truly is a rebirth.
I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna deal with this shit, like bugs and plants and shit, but I honestly love it. And I have a little medallion in my pocket that can protect me in this game, and I do plan on using it if I do ever feel in danger. I've done the groundwork to build connections with Champagne, Paige, Katya, and also Nick. I look at it as like a savior for my game, but also an opportunity for me to make a big move. And if that's also including saving myself, that's a plus.
Paige told me that Champagne has been really close to Kat, and also I know she talks a lot with Nose.
The closest person I'm working to is Paige. Dejan, I believe, is someone that we are working with. Champagne also is someone that we are working with, but she has withheld a little bit of information from me that Paige did not. I know that Paige mentioned to me about an idol that Kat had. Knowing that Kat has an idol, it's nice to know that's on my side.
Nick and I are super close, and he is the one person that I'm gonna tell everything to. I'm glad I shared the information with him, and it seems like he's pretty genuine with that.
That's like hard knowing that someone has that safety there, because I don't have an idol, but she does.
Come on in! Welcome to your next Gambler's Medallion Challenge. First things first, Joe, gotta take it back. Thank you very much. Alright, the medallion is back up for grabs. For today's challenge, you will be running across the field collecting Scrabble tiles, attempting to create a word with the highest point value. You'll be given 12 minutes to create the biggest point value word. In between are some obstacles. You'll have to cross the balance beam and go between the two ropes. In addition, you are playing for reward. Want to know what you're playing for? Yes. All right, winner of the Gambler's Medallion will also be exempt from a game-changing twist. That's all I will give you.
Oh my gosh.
Killing me.
All right, we'll draw for spots. Let's get started. All right, you are playing for the Gambler's Medallion and an exemption from a game-changing twist. Here we go. Survivors ready. Go! again. We have 8 players locked in. Go back to another tile. We're gonna start arranging them, looking at what he can get, trying to make the highest value possible.
Shit.
Going back again.
Oh my gosh, that's good.
I'll make it plural. Done.
All right, Joe has locked in, and that is our challenge. We're gonna go through our words now. Paige, tell me what your word is.
Quoted.
Quoted. We have a Q for 10 points. Quoted is spelt correctly, and it's 16 points for Paige. Noseworthy, what do we got?
We got runners.
Runners. Those look like all 1-point tiles for 7.
7.
Does not beat Paige. So Paige is still in the lead. Champagne. Zebras. All right, 17.
Whoa.
Beating Paige by 1 point.
Nice,
Champagne
girl.
now in the lead with zebras. Katya, what do we have?
Compote.
Compote.
It's like a berry compote. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right. You put it on like a dessert dish.
Perfect.
Yeah.
8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Does not beat Champagne. 17. Nick.
Spelled Jaws.
Jaws. That is a 14-point word. So that does not beat Champagne, unfortunately.
Fervently.
Fervently.
Good word.
All right, that is 18 points. Fervently. That is first place so far. Joe, our last to come back. What do you got?
Xylophones.
Xylophones. 25.
I really thought I had it.
The time paid off.
I don't think this is a word. I'm just gonna put it. I don't think this is a word.
What do you got for us?
Quacky.
Maybe a name for a pet duck.
I don't know.
24.
It's not a word.
After review, quacky is a word, but unfortunately still 1 point less than Joe. So Joe is in the lead. Bree, you're our last person.
Holy shit.
What word do we have?
Zookeeper, but I didn't pluralize it. But it's
24.
I pluralized.
That means by 1 point, Joe, congratulations. Joe wins the Gambler's Medallion the 2nd time in a row. And you are exempt from the game-changing twist. All right, Joe, congratulations. Come on over. Fate is in your hands at this tribal council. You're all probably wondering what this game-changing twist is. This twist is called Tethered Fate, and here's how it's going to work. Each of you are going to reach into this bag for a numbered tile. Each number will have 2 people. These 2 people will be tied together for the entire round. How that works at Tribal Council is, you must vote the same way or your votes will not count. However, you are only voting for 1 person and only 1 person will be leaving. Joe, you are exempt, so you do not have to worry about this twist.
Do I get to vote?
You do get to vote. All right, so we're gonna go for it. 3, decide your fate. 4. Champagne and Nick will be tethered together. Noseworthy.
What you got for me?
2. 3. Take that. Jimmy and Bree will be tied together. 1. Dejan will be either paired with Paige or Noseworthy.
2.
And it will be Nose. That means, what will it be?
I got 1.
So Paige and Katya will be tethered together for this round. All right, we are now in our pairs. It is Jimmy and Bree, Nick and Champagne, Dejan and Noseworthy, and Paige and Katya, with Joe all alone. Hope you guys get familiar with each other. That's all I got. See you later. Head back to camp.
Should we all skip?
Speed run.
We're off to see the tribe. Oh, I want to put tribal council. It's a great time to look for an idol. I kind of went into a bit of autopilot and just wanted to do my best, and do my best is winning. Having now seen what the game-changing twist was, I'm very glad that I am immune this round, because although a lot of people are on the same page, it still would have been more complex had I not won.
That was a great word. Really
It was so
smart to
close
do it
though.
that way.
Zookeeper was great. Quacky was amazing.
Quacky was amazing.
Yeah.
Is that a word?
I didn't think it was a word. I thought there was an E in there too, so I'm like, ugh.
Look, my first reaction to the pairs were that I was actually pretty happy with how they turned out. They're pretty well aligned. And that's just the way that fate took its course. And we can't do anything about that. And I think, unfortunately, it's going to be very detrimental to Bree's game.
Bree was having this with him because she said she wants to do you next because she feels like she likes you a lot, but like I guess I think connect with you like other people and thinks you're a big threat. She was like, he's really smart and he could like win and he's gonna win immunities, right?
I think the reason why she came for me is because we had actually a really nice discussion last round where she said she felt kind of like on the bottom, and she was on the bottom of the social and strategic elements between all the girls. Why did I give her advice?
So she wants to do you, then Champagne, then Paige.
And that's her boot order. You're first, I'm second.
Paige. I definitely think she voted for Nick. I'm 100% voting. I'm voting for Bree. I'm voting for Bree. Yeah.
And keep that wheeling on 3.
Have any other ideas? Like,
no, I think Bree's.
I mean, because Bree is cutting after you. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, I know. I don't want that to happen, so I'm happy to see her go.
Before that challenge, I had heard that Bree had thrown my name out, so had I not heard that, I probably wouldn't have tried as hard.
What's up, everyone? Hey. Shall we shake up these pairs?
I think so.
Yeah.
Shuffle.
Like speed dating. But
It is.
Couple speed dating.
Double dates.
Let's talk to this pair.
Yeah.
Okay.
We were in a 5 of Katja and Paige, Bree and Jimmy, and we were talking about options. Bree was being very kind of like vague of like maybe it's Nick, we were talking about Nick, and then she tried to flip it on me.
All I know is you would be
You're like the main swing vote for sure.
Well, technically, yeah.
Yeah.
And she was trying to throw me under the bus right there, so I threw it right back in her face and I said, well, if you're going to throw me under the bus, why did you say my name? Throw me under the bus here, why did you say my name?
That's my bad.
And she immediately went red. Her face like went flush. She was flustered. She was like, oh, blah, blah, blah.
I know you said my name. I've never said your name.
You said Champagne and Paige.
I said the only two that I haven't really talked to are Champagne and Paige. I never threw out names.
You kind of did, though.
It was kind of funny. Like, from an audience perspective, I loved it. Like, I was there like, oh, like when Joe said, why'd you throw my name out there? I can't do an Australian accent, but you can get the picture. I didn't want to be the one to make Bree a target. I was actually really not upset, but I was annoyed that all of that came out. I mean, I don't want people to think I have a big mouth, but at the same time, I'm at least glad that my story lined up with hers.
I thought you wanted to do Joe and Champagne and Paige, and I was like, please for Paige and Champagne.
Looks like I'm trying to find us alive.
She kind of came clean and the things she was sort of lying about people saw through, so they know that I'm being honest. It would have been worse if I withheld information and then they saw me talking to her in the hammock, like they were asking me what she was saying. It was just easier that way. Joe is someone that I feel good with, and I understand wanting to confront someone when they know that your name's, like they're throwing your name out, so I get why they did that. Because I also made a pact that I would tell Joe, Paige, and Champagne whenever I heard their name out, and they said they would do the same for me.
Miscommunication at this stage.
The game's the game. It just happens sometimes. Yeah. I mean, you know, you've done what you can for now. We just have to help the others. Well, listen.
I just why we can't fucking say what I had to say. I'm kind of pissed off that, you know, someone that you thought you could trust and like just openly just have a conversation with literally just threw you under the bus. And I'm the vote. Kat told a conversation that I had that was supposed to be private, which I told her I wasn't supposed to say, but I thought that we were close.
I think after the Joe mess up with what Joe said, it just shaked her up a little bit. She might have been afraid that you were going to say other stuff too.
Never did I say we need to vote out Paige. You know what I mean? Like, it was just talking to someone that's literally supposed to be my fucking ally. There ain't no loyal people in this game.
At this point, there's nothing that can be done. Like, we just have to hope that the people that want to vote.
I don't want to see you fucking Annie right now.
Being paired up with Bree was probably the worst case scenario that could have happened to me. No information I was going to get would be straightforward.
What would you say about like Nose? Obviously he's game.
I like him as a person. Yeah, I thought it would like be a solid ally or whatever if we could get him. But like if it's either him or I, then it sucks. So
It sounds like it is going to be Bree or Nose from our end of the thing. The thing is, I told Nose I would never put his name down. It's heartbreaking because Bree wants me to vote with her. If I vote with her, that's voting Nose. I already told Nose I would not write his name down. I never said that to Bree. I just told Bree we were allies and we're going to go far together. And Bree, I'm sorry. Like, it's nothing against you. It's nothing personal. And she just told me, please at least vote with me so I know I have one ally. Bree, you had an ally. You always did. It's nothing personal. The game is the game. Friendship is friendship. I still see you as a beautiful person, as a wonderful person. This whole tethered fate thing is absolute shit. I'm not happy with it. But, you know, it's one hell of a twist and we gotta appreciate that at least.
She wants to make her moves so
And I totally get that. Like,
yeah, but that's scary and she's very vulnerable.
It's
too.
very scary. She is vulnerable and in a position where she would want to do so.
Yeah, now could be the time.
Respect trying to do it. But
She's getting so messy at this point. Like half of our names been thrown out.
I don't want to have a whole season of all of us doing beautiful unanimous votes as we all get knocked bop 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 until like one person goes, I orchestrated every vote and I made it to the end and now I'm here. Like, I don't want to watch that as a viewer. I don't want to vote for that at the end as a jury member if I'm going to the jury, which like most likely I will. My hope is pretty soon we can get Joseph's name, we can get that name circulating a bit more because Joseph's like a massive target.
She said your name. She said, it's funny. She said your name. She wrote it down.
I'm not an alliance.
She wants Nick.
Bree is absolutely losing her mind, and so she's pitching that it's me versus Bree, and everyone's calling Bree Annie 3.0. She cannot lie for the love of her, and so pinning the Hinky vote, I didn't even have to pin the Hinky vote on her. Nick pinned the Hinky vote on her. Just, phenomenal. I didn't even have to do anything this round. So honestly, it's like, the line's been drawn. My vote will go to Bree tonight. And I hope you can respect that, as I will probably get your vote as well, and that is expected.
it sucks.
Yeah. My heart will drop out of my ass if an idol is played. Annie's gonna hang my fucking head in her garage. I do not want to sit on that bench.
We'll now bring in the members of our jury. Welcoming back Annie and Marcus, who voted out at the last tribal council. All right, welcome. So Nick, we're gonna start off and state the obvious. You guys are tethered together right now. You're tied together with this new twist. Tell me about how you're feeling. I mean, you've been tied to Champagne for the last 2 hours.
It was awful. Like, Champagne had to go to the bathroom like 50 times. I'm sitting there with my arm outside, like, worst partner. I mean, just kidding. But like, it's been like obviously super unexpected. I don't think any of us like could say that we are expecting something like this, especially so late in the game. It really changes how you have to strategize when we're out there like choosing who to vote for.
So Paige, you guys get to the challenge, you're all happy and excited, ready to go, and I tell you, you're playing for the medallion and for an exemption from a game-changing twist. Walk me through, like, what went through your mind hearing game-changing twist?
Uh-oh. Like, no one wants to hear a game-changing twist immediately before like individual immunity. I mean, I think it speaks for itself. I don't think anyone was like, oh, yeehaw! It's gonna be harder! Like, this is already gonna be hard, so you're gonna just face something else.
So Joe, you win the challenge once again with an impressive word of xylophones. Well done, that was good. And then you find out that you're going to be the only person not tethered to another castaway. Tell me about how you feel about that, and then also understanding the twist and what happens when everybody else votes. Do you feel like you have more power at this tribal council?
Yes and no. I think there is the potential for me to have power, as in a swing vote if pairs go against pairs. But I don't think that's the way it's going to go, so I don't think like actually have that much power here. I could if I wanted to, but I don't really want to either.
Fair enough. So Dejan, I have to ask, a big part of Survivor is having these one-on-ones with people, getting to talk to each other. Was it really awkward, having Noseworthy just standing right next to you this entire round?
Yes, but I'm used to it. I've been with Noseworthy since the beginning, so it's like I've already been there, done that. But the conversations were definitely uncomfortable. I feel like a lot of people had to really showcase and show where they stood within the group. And a lot was disclosed, a lot was presented to us, and I think for a lot of us, we are going to decide to go in that kind of direction based off information that was disclosed.
So Katya, you are basically forced to strategize with Paige, as Dejan was saying before. How did that affect maybe what's happening this vote?
It didn't affect it as much as it could have. I was planning on strategizing with Paige anyway, and I feel like everything I had to say was stuff that she already knew and vice versa. And having to do it in groups with other people, it was the same where even if it was like a little awkward, everybody felt like awkward about it, so I don't think it really changed my day very much, to be honest.
So Bree, same kind of question. You are forced to be next to Jimmy for the entire time, letting him know all your little secrets. He's in on all the talks and everything that you're a part of for this round. Did this affect your strategy? Tell me about this round as a whole for you.
It didn't really affect much, except for, can't separate and hear what other people have to say, you know what I mean? But we've been together the whole time, just like Nose and Dejan, so it's not like what he doesn't know, I don't know. Not really changing much.
So Jimmy, in this twist, the fun part is that you and your pair both have to vote together. Do you feel like a lot of pairs are on the same page? Is your pair on the same page?
Pairs have to be on the same page. If not, the vote doesn't count. That's just the way it goes. So, if any pair doesn't vote together, then it's 2 votes gone, which opens up a lot for other people. So yeah, you have to be on the same page, and that's the way it needs to work.
So Noseworthy, like Jimmy is saying, if a pair doesn't vote together, that's 2 votes out of the question. Do you think anyone is purposely maybe wanting to? Was that something that maybe came up in conversations?
You definitely could take one for the team. That's been discussed. It's been disclosed. I have a wasp behind me. There he goes. No, but basically, so earlier today, elephant in the room, everyone's name has been thrown around, basically. I've heard everyone's name here, but so I'm sitting on the hammock here. Dejan, Bree, and Jimmy are right in front of me, and Bree basically discloses it's me versus her, and so let the games begin tonight.
Bree Noseworthy drops this bombshell. Do you want to add anything to that?
It kind of sucks knowing that it's either him or me, and so I really want to stay in this game. If you think about it logically, he is a bigger threat. No offense, I love you to pieces, but we are here to play our own game. I love an honest game, so obviously we told each other we're going to vote for each other, because if that's what the vote is going to be, then we have no choice but to write each other's names. So I went straight forward, and I said that's what the vote is, and I have to write you just like he said he has to write me. So hopefully, I get to still fight and keep my vote, because the vote is all we have.
So Champagne, it sounds like it's down to Bree or Noseworthy. I was gonna ask, normally at tribal councils, it's the question of, do you think the person going tonight knows it's them? But I wanted to ask, do you think the pair tethered to Nose or Bree, do you think they know that it's their duo?
I think so. It's a 50-50 guess, but yeah, I'm pretty sure they know.
Okay, well, I guess there is really only one way to find out. So with that, it is time to vote. But first, Joe, I need to know, are you going to be keeping immunity for yourself, giving it to someone else, or discarding it for an extra vote?
What do you feel saying?
I don't Y'all can just...
Joe will be immune tonight.
You good with that?
Yep.
Alright, so with that, cannot vote for Joe. Joe is safe at this tribal council. And with that, you can now take off your tethers to go and vote. So Dejan, you're up first.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
This is by no means an easy vote.
Guess all these people are scared of little. So Ryan Noseworthy, I love you. I appreciate you. That sucks, but it doesn't really matter because it don't fucking count.
I gave you a word for word blindside manual, but to get the full benefit of it, you really have to read the instructions first.
If anybody has a hidden immunity idol and they would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright, once the votes are read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote, Bree does not count. Second vote, Noseworthy does not count. Third vote, Bree. It's one vote Bree. Bree. That's 2 votes Bree. Next vote, Bree. And the 8th person voted out, and the 3rd member of our jury, Bree. That's enough. Please bring me your
Love all the hearts. You know what? I can't conquer. I made it, so y'all are scared a little on me.
Okay.
Y'all silly.
Kids are gonna be so proud of you.
They're so fucking proud. I love y'all. Respect.
Love you.
Bree, thank you so much for playing the tribe has spoken.
Ah, you guys are silly.
Well, final 8. You've made it through the Tethered Fate twist, and 3 votes now in the merge. Excited to see how it keeps going. Well done, everybody. Grab your torches back to camp. See you later.
It's nothing new to this front stab, because they would rather a beast over a mom. And literally, I could be so kind to people, and it's like one miscommunication over someone that I literally thought was someone that could trust me. So like, that's some fucking bullshit. As I said, I came, I conquered, and I fucking saw. And it was a blast. And like I said, they did a right job, because if I would have got my 5 people together, we'd be the 5 at the end. But I'm gonna have to battle it out without my loyal ass in my hammock. So I hope they enjoy the fucking ground, because Newsworthy is gonna be fucking cold.